And now give it up for your host, Mason Ember.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Well, we have officially been on for 4 episodes, so thank you once again for your support. I'm feeling ready to jump right into it. Let's get into the top stories of the week. Firstly, Omicron has been spreading faster than Pokemon Go. And much like Pokemon Go, everybody gets it, and then in a month it disappears forever. Pokemon Go is around for longer than that, but anyway. Yet many scientists and experts agree that Omicron might soon vanish in both the UK and the US. Oh, sorry, that's democracy. Yeah, COVID's going to be around a while. But it is true that people are speculating that we are in for a sharp decrease in the amount of Omicron cases in the next few weeks. In the meantime, wear a mask, social distance as much as possible, and get vaccinated. I just got my booster this week and I feel much safer, and maybe soon, Omicron will become so unpopular it joins Cameo. It happened with Giuliani. Speaking of human diseases, Marjorie Taylor Greene may have to vote from a plexiglass isolation box if she continues to not wear a mask on the House floor. She will also be wearing the dunce cap and writing "I was a bad girl" on the walls. In other news, Iran's supreme leader has shared an animated video depicting the assassination of Donald Trump while he's playing golf. Yeah, recent stories suggest that the next anime convention is going to be really awkward. Shifting gears here, the Pope left the Vatican to visit a record store and purchase a CD. Even stranger, it was Lil Nas X. All right, that was the monologue. Now, officially, we've been on for 4 episodes, which is really exciting, and I've loved every minute of it. And today, we have an exciting new addition to the Firebird YouTube channel. It's an 11-minute comedic short film that's about a dad and son who are terrible cooks, and they learn to cook together. It was so much fun making it. I did it with Max. And it actually got into the Lantern and Light International Children's Film Festival in Australia and the Newark International Film Festival in Newark. And this week, we are excited to release it on our YouTube channel for free. It's viewable right now, and later in tonight's show, I sit down with Max, who co-starred in the film with me, and we talk about making it. But first, here's a sneak preview of our film, Taste Buds. Well, so yeah, we're gonna try something new here. I'm gonna sit down with Max, and we're gonna chat about the making of this film. I think it was fun for both of us.
Yeah, it was great, especially during quarantine.
Yeah.
The options were limited.
Right. So this happened, I think, like summer 2021. Yeah. So like right in the middle of Delta. So it was nice to have a project to do. Obviously, we're just working in my home, our home. And so I think it was nice to be able to go through and write a script and film it, and so it was fun. So Max, your character in the film, as we saw in the clip, is Miles. You're the father, and you've never cooked. You're a bad cook in the film. How'd you get into character for the film?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I drew on my childhood back in the day before I could cook.
Right.
And not that I can cook very well now, but.
Hey, no, you cook good.
I do okay.
You're great. Yeah. What'd you used to cook when you were a child?
Oh, mostly can opener.
Can opener, right?
The big
Yeah.
recipe secret that I had.
Yeah, and in this movie, it's a chicken soup.
That's kind of.
Well, it was funny because when we filmed it, we had like chicken soup frozen in the freezer, but for some reason we thought it would be better to use food-colored water. And it was terrible because, there's a scene where we add salt into like the big pot, and so in the end we had this food-colored water with salt and like chopped carrots, like raw carrots, and it was so bad. And at the end we had to eat it, and like I was trying not to like spit it out on the camera. So, we were working with what we had.
You have to suffer for your art.
You have to suffer for your art. That's a really true and very deep quote. And I also have another question. What scene for you was the most fun to film? Obviously we had talked about our difficulties.
Well, I don't want to reveal too much.
Right, no,
but
yeah.
There is a scene in the film that requires a little camera trickery.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's one to look forward to.
What was the most difficult part of making Taste Buds for you?
Oh, I mean, for me it wasn't so difficult. I sort of just did as you directed, and the script was funny and good, and it made a lot of sense, and we had great help from Regan.
Definitely, yeah.
Really kind of produced the whole thing and put it all together and made it happen.
Well, and she also plays one of the characters. Yeah, and she's right behind the cameras right now. Thank you, Regan. I think, everyone provided their own expertise a little bit. Like, you did some of the music for the film, Max?
I think we used music from my music library.
Yeah, you can check out that.
Yeah. And, it was great that it got into the film festivals, and now that it's finished with the festivals, we can show it to people on the internet.
Definitely, yeah. Well, it was really fun to make.
Yeah.
So, Max, have any questions for me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm certainly curious. It's tricky to create a movie from scratch in just a week. Particularly given the restrictions of quarantine and the fact that we really couldn't leave the house. We had to use what we had around. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, it was funny. I actually, in the planning phase, with all of my movies, with all of my, creative projects, I go through a phase of, I just first think about it in my mind. And then after that, I, actually put it on paper or, on the iPad. And for this, my first thought was, an idea of a restaurant where, the chef loses a recipe and is freaking out because they don't know anything else. And that was nice. And I was imagining we would use a green screen. And then I pitched that to Regan, sort of our producer. And she said, "That's great, but we don't have a restaurant." And so I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." And so then I came up with the idea of, everyone knows the dilemma of hosting Thanksgiving or making Christmas dinner. And I thought, like, what if there was a situation where you don't know how to cook? And so I went with that idea, and I spent, I think, one day writing this idea, and, I created the characters to specifically get as much interesting, plot development and humor into, the circumstance that we had. And I think that actually made the film a lot better than what it would be if I didn't have these restrictions, because I sort of had to think a little bit outside the box.
Yeah, that always helps.
Yeah, definitely. You have any other questions?
No, I think it's great. I just hope people will take 10 minutes to watch it.
It's fun. Definitely. You can see that on our YouTube channel. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Oh boy. I can't believe they finally invented time travel. And I'm the first kid to try. Yeah. Just don't get your hopes up too much. You kids will probably think it's super boring. Anyway, I hope you don't die or whatever. Mostly because Elon Musk would totally fire me if that happened. Have fun. Okay. Thanks. Wow! Excuse me, miss? What year is it?
Whoa. 6 feet apart, dude. Anyway. The year is 2021.
Cool. Thanks. Have a great day.
Ha ha. You silly young one. I'll never have a great day. Hi, welcome to Moonbucks. Do you have your vaccine card?
What vaccine card?
Dude. Are you seriously telling me you lost the 1-inch piece of paper they gave you? Shameful. Next.
No! I mean, why would I need a vaccine?
Oh, there's a global pandemic. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
There's a pandemic in this time?
Wait. Are you from the future?
Yeah, from the year 2082. The year all the technology you see in movies was created.
Wait. Who is president in your time?
Oh, we don't have one. Ever since Trump and Kim Jong-un blew up the Earth with each other's nukes, we moved to a planet called Zerblab 28. Now, the closest thing we have to a leader is that insightful comedian Mason Ember.
The kid who has 25 followers.
Yeah, he teamed up with Thanos, Darth Vader, and the lady from Parks and Rec, and they now rule the world. Anyway, that probably seems pretty wild to you.
No, that actually sounds pretty realistic by our standards.
All right, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode. We're going to be off next week because we need a break. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.